እሺ ሰላም እንደምን ቆያችሁ? ሰው እስኪገባ ትንሽ እየጠበቅኩ ነበር፣ ግን በቃ ቀስ እያሉ ይገባሉ። እንዴት አመሻችሁ? ከሳምንት እረፍት በኋላ አይሳቦች ተመልሰናል በአዲስ ፖድካስት። ዛሬ አንድ እንግዳ አለን፣ ቤኖኒ። እንኳን ደህና መጣ።
Thank you. እንኳን ደህና ቆያችሁ።
እሺ እናመሰግናለን። አዎ ይሰማል።
Thank you.
እሺ ከፈን ጥያቄ ልጀምርና ትንሽ ስምህ ትንሽ ዩኒክ ነው ቤኖኒ፣ እና ትርጉሙን ብትነግረን መጀመሪያ።
Sure. So I can give you ለሁሉም ሰው የምነግረውን ትርጉም, and I can give you the real biblical ትርጉም. So first of all, it's from the Bible, ከመጽሐፍ ቅዱስ ነው የተወሰደው. And I tell everyone የኔ ልጅ ማለት ነው. በቀጥታ ስተረጉምም ቃሉ የኔ ልጅ ማለት ነው. ቤን የኔ ማለት ነው፣ ልጅ ኦኒ የኔ ልጅ ማለት ነው። ግን መጽሐፍ ቅዱስ ላይ it's የስቃይ ልጅ ወይም የምጤ ልጅ ማለት ነው. Dark, I know.
ኦኬ እሺ፣ በጣም ደስ የሚል ትርጉም ነው ያለው። አሁን ወደ ጥያቄያችን እንግባና ትንሽ ስለ ጆርኒ ብትነግረን። ነን ትራዲሽናል የሆነ መንገድ ነው የተከተልከው፣ በኮሌጅ ሳይሆን አንተ በራስህ ከኮሌጅ ሌፍት አድርገህ የራስህን ራውት ነው እና የተከተልከው። እሱን ትንሽ ብትነግረን።
Sure. So I dropped out of college after the first semester. ከመጀመሪያ ሴሚስተር በኋላ ነው ድሮፕ አውት ያደረኩት። መጀመሪያ ዩኒቨርሲቲ ገብተው ሲፈተኑ የነበሩት ባቾች ውስጥ ነኝ። So አሁን አራተኛ ዓመት ነበር መሆነው። አራተኛ ዓመት የመጀመሪያ ሴሚስተር ነበር መሆነው። ከዛ ግን I dropped out. The reason I dropped out was I think 12ኛ ክፍል መጨረሻ ላይ I found this online course randomly one day, and I started taking it and I really liked it. በጣም ማለት ኮንተንቱ ከጠበቅኩት በላይ ዩዝፉል ነበር ምናምን እና እሱን እየወሰድኩኝ ነበር። ከዛ ለማትሪክ አቋርጬው I was trying እሱንም ኮርስ ኦንላይን ኮርሱንም ኮሌጅንም አንድ ላይ ለማስኬድ እየሞከርኩኝ ነበር። ኮርሱን most people would probably know it, የኤኤልኤክስ ኮርስ ነው። ግን this is before ኤኤልኤክስ was so popular. so ስለ ኤኤልኤክስ ከማውቀው በፊት ምናምን ነበር እና የአንድ አመት ፉል ስታክ ኮርስ ነበራቸው። I don't think አሁን ያላቸው አይመስለኝም። ብቻ እሱን ጀምሬው ነበረ. and that's ከፈርስት ሴሚስተር በኋላ I decided okay, I have to go all in. ብዬ let me give it all I got ምናምን ብዬ ብቻ I dropped out የመጀመሪያው ሴሚስተር basically ከሶስት ወር በኋላ. and it took me, I think after I dropped out it took me a whole year, like ሶስት ወር ጨርሼ ነበር ግን I kept like falling behind ነገር ብቻ. it took me a year to finish the course. And after I finished the course, I think maybe አራት ወር በኋላ የመጀመሪያ ስራዬን አገኘሁት። So የመጀመሪያ ስራዬን አገኘው. I've been working there for more or less አንድ አመት ምናምን ስሰራ ነበር at the same place. And now I quit soon to try and start a business ምናምን እና ባጭሩ that's basically my journey in tech.
የኤኤልኤክስ ኮርስ ፉል ስታክ ዲቨሎፕመንት እሱን ከጀመርክ በኋላ ነው ማለት ነው በራስ ያው ትሄዳለህ ነን ትራዲሽናል ወይ ከተላለህ ብለህ ያሰብከው? ግን ሜቢ በተለይ ኢንቫይሮንመንታችን ላይ ቤተሰብ ምናምን ሞር ኮምፎርቴብል በሆኑበት ወይ ነው እኛ እንድንሄድ የምንፈልጉት ሰክሰስፉል የምንሆነው በዛዊ ይመስላቸው ይችላል። እና ሜቢ ከኤክስተርናል ምንድን ነበረ የተሰጠ ፊድባክ? ወይም አንተ ደግሞ ከወጣው በኋላ ሜቢ የሆነ ቻሌንጅ ሊያጋጥመኝ ይችላል፣ ስራ ላላገኝ ይችላል ምናምን ፊር አልነበረብህም?
Well, external, in terms of external pressure, of course, there was external pressure. ማንም ወላጅ ልጁ drop out እንዲያደርግ አይፈልግም, obviously. And they're right. እንደዛም ማሰባቸውም ልክ ነው አንድ በኩል ስታዩ። ግን, okay, honestly, I was ኮርሱን ከጨረስኩኝ በኋላ መለሳለሁ ብያቸው ነበር። እኔም ኢኒሺያሊ እንደዛ ነበር ሀሳቤ፣ አትሊስት ኮርሱን ልጨርስና ከዛ ሁኔታውን አይቼ አትሊስት መለሳለሁ እና የሚል ሀሳብ ነው የነበረኝ። ግን the more I went የበለጠ deeper and deeper በሄድኩኝ ቁጥር it was just there seemed like there was no point after ኮርሱን ከጨረስኩኝ በኋላ። ከዛ ደግሞ ኢንተርናሊ ሰው እነሱ እንደዛ ነው ያሳመንኳቸው። ከአንድ ዓመት በኋላ ሜቢ እመለሳለሁ ብያቸው። ከዛ ግን እኔም ልብ ፍላጎቴ ስራ ማግኘቱ ላይ ምናምን ላይ እንደሆነ ሲገባቸው እነሱ I think I have ማለት it's very rare እንደዚህ ብዙ pressure ማያደርግ parents so በሱ አንጻር I think I was kind of lucky in those terms, like they ደስ ባይላቸውም I think they chose to respect my decision ነገር, which is rare, so that was kind of out of my control. Because internally ደግሞ about the fear, my rationale was, I think I was maybe 18 when I dropped out. ስለዚህ የኔ rationale was, okay, let me think about the risk, let me think about the reward, and if this thing works out, the reward is high. Like እንዳሰብኩት ጭንቅላቴ ላይ እንዳሰብኩት ከሆነ the reward is high. If it doesn't work out, the risk is, I mean, it's a little embarrassing. ተመልሶ ትምህርት ቤት ገብቶ ምናምን ትንሽ እድሜ ሻልፎ ምናምን የሚለው ነበር አንዱ ሪስክ። ከዛ ስራ ካላገኘው I'll just my line of thinking was I'll just go back to school. It'll be embarrassing, ግን if there's any time to take a risk like this, it would be በዚህ እድሜሽ ብዙ ኃላፊነት ብዙ ጫና ምናምን ሳይሆን በማይኖርበት ጊዜ ነው እንደዚህ ሪስኩ ብዙ ያልሆነ ሪዋርዱ ትልቅ የሆነ አይነት ቻንሶች ለመውሰድ ያለኝ እድል አሁን ነው። ስለዚህ why not just go all in, see what happens, and ክፋቢል የሆነ ነገር ተምሬ እመለሳለሁ የሚል ነበር አስተሳሰቤ። so ከኔ ኢንተርናሊ የነበረውን fear ወይ ፍርሃት አንድ ላይ ያደረኩት was okay, reward እንደዚህ ነው ሪስኩ እንደዚህ ነው, there's logically no reason not to at least try, like ላለመሞከር ምንም ምክንያት የለም። ግን ያው ብፈራም I just chose to do it, I guess.
ሪስኩን ካወሰድኩኝ አሁን ነው የመጨረሻ ጊዜ ማለት ሪስፖንሲቢሊቲ ሌሎች ሪስፖንሲቢሊቲ የሌለብኝ ጊዜ ነው ስለዚህ አይነት ሪስክ መውሰድ ያለብኝ በሚል ማይንድ ሴት ነው ማለት ነው እንደዚህ ልትወስን የቻልከው። ግን ከዛ በተጨማሪ ግን ሜቢ ከሲኒየሮች ሊሆኑ ይችላሉ ፈርስት ይር ፈርስት ሴሚስተር ነበር አይደለ ድሮፕ አውት ያረከው?
Yes.
Okay, so እንደዛ ከሆነ maybe software or ISCS የምታውቃቸው ሲኒየሮች ከነበሩ or ደግሞ ሌሎች ሶሻል ሚዲያም ሊሆን ይችላል ምናምን ትምህርትን or ኮሌጅ ሳልገባ ሰክሰስፉል ሆናለሁ እንደዛ መሆን ይችላል የሚለውን እንድታይ ያደረገ ሰው ከነበረስ እሱ ነገር
I don't think I honestly didn't know a lot of seniors software in Nabaru, especially first semester. Like Legata campus first semester, yeah, most people were there were either coding or architecture, and I didn't really have someone to ask about this stuff in terms of like college senior, and beyond, I didn't have someone who was like at least immediate circle ወይም access በዛ ጊዜ በነበረኝ access. I didn't have anyone. Okay, I want the things እሱ ያለውን ማለት እንደሱ ፈልጋለሁ ምናምን ምክር ጠይቀው ሰው አካባቢ አልነበረም። in terms of social media, I did consume a lot of social media on like, you don't really need a college degree, which I don't necessarily agree with now. Let me not get into that. Social media, like, I consumed a fair amount. Again, I think I always, I don't know, high school, I had my doubts about going to college, if I should do it, if I shouldn't do it. I think when I found the course, I was more inclined to take the risk. ግን ከኮሌጅ በፊትም የነበረ ሀሳብ ስለነበረም ይመስለኛል ብዙ ጊዜ አልፈጀሁት ድራፕ ለማድረግ።
ወደ ኤሌክስ ላይ ነው ዋናው
Yeah, can you say that again?
ኤሌክስ ኤክስፒሪየንስ ላይ መጥተን ሶፍትዌር ዲቨሎፕመንት አጠቃላይ ሶፍትዌር ኢንጂነሪንግን ፐርሲው እንድታረግ መጀመሪያ በሩን ይከፈተልህ የኤሌክስ ኮርሱ ነው አይደል? የፉል ስታክ ዲቨሎፕመንቱ
I think officially እንደማር ያደረገኝ ኤሌክስ ነው፣ ግን ኢንትረስቱ ከዛ በፊትም የነበረ ነው። I think አምስተኛ ክፍል ምናምን ያለው ነው መጀመሪያ I was like okay I really like እንደዚህ የሆነ ፊልሞች ምናምን ነው ሃኪንግ ምናምን አለ አይደለ በልጅነት የምታዩ ኢንፍሉዌንስ የሚያደርጉት ነገር እንደሱ ኢንፍሉዌንስ ተደረኩኝ። okay I want to check this out ምናምን መጀመሪያ ትዝ ይለኛል I think አምስተኛ ክፍል ክረምት ነው የፋዘር ቢሮ እየሄድኩኝ ቤት ዋይፋይ ስለነበር የፋዘር ቢሮ እየሄድኩኝ I would try to teach myself HTML ምናምን like basic HTML ምናምን ከዛ ግን unfortunately I never አልቀጠልኩበትም። ያው በዛ እድሜ I got distracted ምናምን I got demotivated ተውኩት። ከዛ ሰባተኛ ክፍል ከእንደገና አይ በቃ ልማር ምናምን ብዬ I tried to teach myself C++ YouTube tutorial እያየሁ C++ ለመማር ሞከርኩኝ። ከዛ ያው ቪዲዮን ጨረስኩት ግን ምንም አልሰራሁበትም። and then አስረኛ ክፍል Python ጀመርኩኝ። I tried to teach myself Python ከዛ ትምህርት ቤትም we had the opportunity luckily Python በደንብ ለመማር እድሉ ነበረን IT subject. okay this is too simple for you ፕሮግራሚንግ ያስተምራችኋለሁ ምናምን ብሎ Python አስተማረን። so by that time I think by አስረኛ ክፍል ስደርስ I think I knew object oriented programming ምናምን ደርሼ ነበረ። ከዛ ግን ያው seriously with the intention of making it a career የጀመርኩት 12ኛ ክፍል ኤሌክስ መማር ስጀምር okay I'm going on ኤሌክስም ኮንተንቱ was የሆነ በሚያቅሰው structured ስለነበረ it took you from like ከምንም አለማወቅ ወደ okay proficient እንድትሆኚ skill የሚለው ደረጃ ድረስ ያደርስሻል። ከሲ ጀምሮ ስለሆነ የሚያስተምርሽ it starts C programming language actually bash scripting ነው ያስተምርና bash scripting እነዚህ simple linux commands ምናምን ያስተምርሽና ከዛ took you to C ከዛ Python ምናምን ያለ ስለሚቀጥል that's when I got some kind of guidance አስፈልጎኝ ነበር and that's when I got it 12ኛ ክፍል ስጀምር ነው እንደዛ ነው እንጂ I've always had an interest.
okay nice so ስለዚህ መጀመሪያም ኢንተረስቱ ነበረ ከዛ በኋላ ኤሌክስ ላይ ስትገባ በደንብ ስትራክቸርድ የሆነ ኮርስ ሆኖ ያገኘኸው ማለት ነው። እና ወደሱ ኤክስፒሪየንስ ስንመጣ እንዴት ነበረ ኤሌክስ ላይ ያለውን ኮርስ ያገኘኸው? ሞር ፕሮጀክት ቤዝድ ነበር ወይ እና እንዴት ነበር ስትራክቸሩ? የስንት ጊዜ የምን ያህል ጊዜ ኮርስ ነበር ምናምን እሱን እና ሪኮመንድ የምታረግ ከሆነ ለሰው እንዴት እንደነበር ኤክስፒሪየንሱ ንገረን።
yeah so the experience was honestly amazing. መጀመሪያ ላይ ስጀምር በጣም አስፈራርቶኝ ነበር ኤሌክስ ዌብሳይት ማስታወቂያቸው ምናምን በሳምንት requirementታቸው was በሳምንት 7 ሰዓት ምናምን average requirementታቸው በሳምንት 7 ሰዓት ነው it was heavily project based so every single day አዲስ ፕሮጀክት ነበር basically እና የ12 ወር ፕሮግራም ነበር so 12 ወር ከዛ በኋላ ላይ 15 ወር አደረጉት ግን 15 ወር ያደረጉት 3 ወር ፋውንዴሽንስ ብለው ከጨምረውበት ነው እንጂ basically ዋና የምትማሪው ነገር የ12 ወር ኮርስ ነው and ፌል ሬቱ በጣም ከፍተኛ ነበር ብዙ ሰው ነበር ጀምሮ የሚጨርሰው ሰው በጣም ትንሽ ነበር like 10 ምናምን ሺህ ሰው in the entirety of Africa 17,000 ምናምን አካባቢ ሰው ነው join የሚያደርገው by the end መቶዎች ምናምን at least less than 1,000 ሰው ነው graduate ያደረገ ነበር and I think ለዛም ይመስለኛል I believe discontinue አድርገውታል I'm not sure መልሰው ካመጡት ግን discontinue አድርገውት ነበር I think because the fail rate is so high so I don't think you can take የ12 ወሩን course አሁን ግን I think back end እና front end አድርገው ከፋፍለው እየሰጡት ነው which honestly I would recommend ይሄ የሆነ project build ማድረግ የሚፈልግ ሰው ካለ skill I think I need to be more skilled I need to learn how to code more ሚል ሰው ካለ interest ያለው ሰው ካለ I would recommend taking the course and taking it giving it your all because design የተደረገው it's more of like practical international curriculum ስለሆነ it won't necessarily replace a college degree but it will give you the practical skills to compete international market like at least that's my take on it ግን ለነግራችሁ በእርግጠኝነት ልነግራችሁ የምችለው full stack course ነው I'm sure front end back end courses are as good though so I would recommend you take it I think በኔ ስጀምር it was free ነፃ ነበር ምንም ክፍያ ምናምን አልከፈልኩም የዛን መጀመሪያ የጀመሩ ማንም ስለማያውቃቸው ስለነበርም ይመስለኛል I didn't pay anything I think you have to pay የሆነ amount of money now and I think it's worth it የሆነ የበለጠ መማር ፈልጋለሁ or ትንሽ enhance ማድረግ ፈልጋለሁ skill level project የበለጠ መስራት ፈልጋለሁ ምናምን የሚል ሀሳብ ካላችሁ I definitely recommend you take it front end back end or any other course you're interested in
okay thank you for the recommendation ወደ ስኪሎችህ እንምጣና ሊንክዲንህን ያያው ነበር ብዙ ፍሬምወርኮች ስኪልህ ላይ ያሉ ከዛ በኋላ አሁን ፉል ስታክ ዲቨሎፐር ነህ የተለያዩ ፕሮግራሚንግ ላንጉዌጆች የተለያዩ ፍሬምወርኮች እና የተለያዩ ስኪሎች like ሰርቨር ኮንፊግሬሽን ምናምን አለና እንዴት ነው አንዱን ስኪል በደንብ ዲፕ ናርገህ በደንብ ገብተህበት ከዛ ወደ ሌላው ነው የምትሄደው or እንዴት ነው ከላይ እንዳይሆን እንዴት ነው ባላንስ የምታረጋቸው እነዛን የተለያዩ ስኪሎች ከዛ በኋላስ ወዴቱ ጋር ፎከስ ማድረግ እንዳለብህ እንዴት ቹዝ ታረጋለህ
That's actually a great question I think I was lucky in terms of having ALEX curriculum መኖሩ ጠቅሞኛል because ብዙ server configuration nginx ምናምን የተማርኩት was because ግዴታ ALEX ላይ ግዴታ ስለነበር ነው እና ከዛ ግን eventually የሆነ እያንዳንዱ field ላይ whatever your goal is if you want to be front end or back end or full stack or app ምናምን some kind of fundamental understanding of ሙሉ እንትኑ I think የሚያስፈልግሽ ይመስለኛል so I think you go fundamental like basics you try to get the basics of everything because again at some point specialize ማድረግ አለብሽ right so if you take የኔን situation I C ተማርኩኝ ከዛ በኋላ ከሲ በኋላ I think systems engineering server configuration load balancer ምናምን Python ተማርን ከዛ በኋላ ከዛ using Python server configuration ምናምን ይሄ Fiber የሚባል የፓይቶን ፍሬምወርክ ነበር እንደዚህ ዲፕሎይ ለማድረግ ሰርቨር ላይ ምናምን ከዛ እሱን አስተማሩን ከዛ ባክኤንድ አስተማሩን በፍላስክ የፓይተን ፍሬምወርክ ማለት ነው። ከዛ በኋላ እሱን ካስተማሩ በኋላ they started us with JavaScript ከዛ JavaScript ካስተማሩ በኋላ React ከዛ React ካስተማሩ በኋላ TypeScript ተማርን ከዛ SAS የሚባል የCSS ፍሬምወርክ ነበረ ከዛ CSSን ከተማሩ በኋላ እሱን አስተማሩን so by that point you had የሆነ fundamental understanding or grasp of general programming. By that point you have okay I know how to build something ሀሳቡ ካለኝ I know how to build it I technically know how to deploy it I know how to እንደዚህ እሱን ካወቅሽ በኋላ I think you have to specialize because if you're like especially ጎላችሁ ወይ ግባችሁ ስራ ማግኘት ከሆነ specialize ማድረግ አለባችሁ I think whereas if your goal is to start some kind of a business or something a service business then you're going to have to generalize because ብዙ ስራዎችን መስራት አለብሽ so ምን ያህል generalize ላድርግ ምን ያህል specialize ላድርግ የሚለው ጥያቄ depends on ምን ማድረግ እንደምትፈልጊ በስራሽ ላይ ወይ ከተመረቅሽ በኋላ ወይ ከተመረቃችሁ በኋላ ምን ማድረግ እንደምትፈልጊ ይወስናል I think if you want to be a business owner if you want to start a business ምናምን ከፈለጋችሁ being more of a generalist is probably useful again if you're optimizing for getting a job ወይም ተቀጥሮ መስራት ምናምን ከሆነ የምትፈልጉት you would be more valuable to the company specialize ብታደርጉ and I think college university ተማሪዎች ከሆናችሁ you already kind of are a generalist ብዙ ነገር ትማራላችሁ especially IS ከሆናችሁ ደግሞ information system ከሆናችሁ I think diverse የሆነ እንትን ስለሆነ የምትማሩት you already have the diverse የሆነ generalized የሆነ understanding of multiple subjects ስላላችሁ then I think once you finish you can just specialize on the field you can go front end or back end and then የሆነ አንዱን heavy እኔ I chose so ALX program it's 9 ወር of fundamentals 9 ወሩ fundamentals ሁሉም የሚማረው ነው ከዛ ከ9 ወር በኋላ specialize ታደርጋለሽ either front end or back end so I specialized in front end so if you ask me I would say or yazane I would have said front end heavy full stack developer ነኝ ነበር because front end ላይ ነው specialize አድርጌ ነበር የመጨረሻው 3 ወር ግን at some point you're going to have to specialize a little bit አለበለዚያ you're going to be I think unskilled or regularly skilled at both which is ስራ ከማግኘት አንፃር less valuable than አንድ ነገር ላይ አንድ important የሆነ skill ላይ very very skilled and in terms of so I think general as a guide have a fundamental understanding of related የሆኑ subjects ከዛ ግን specialize go deep in one subject I think that's how you should do it and in terms of እንዴት ነው specialize ማድረገው I think you just focus your energy on one field so if you want to go front end you'd consume more front end content you'd focus on okay user interface እንዴት ነው ማሻሽለው user experience እንዴት ነው ማሻሽለው design እንዴት ነው ማሻሽለው እንደዚህ አይነት ነገሮች would be your focus ከዛ እንዴት ነው like optimized የሆነ modern site እንዴት ነው የምሰራው if you're into web stuff if you're into app stuff you're going to have to do some native coding or you can use React Native now but like that's besides the point which I think you should absolutely specialize but generalization መገደብ አለበት and in terms of how to specialize you just pick one I would say go with whatever you're interested in if you're not interested in I would say okay የቱ ጋር ነው my strongest skill ብለሽ ራስን ጠይቀሽ ከዛ በኋላ just go deep on that ግን yeah of course don't like if my logic was front end specialist is not because I like front end honestly I am not a front end guy at all but I'm like design is not my specialty I don't have a creative eye at least not naturally again front end specialized okay back end is not that hard at that point was back end I like back end ራሴንም back end was ተምር like I wouldn't mind ከጨረስኩኝ በኋላ back end ራሴን ማስተማር የሚያቀተኝ አይመስለኝም so like let me go front end እና front end ስለሆነ የሚከብደኝ እኔ front end ልማር no front-end specialization የመረጥኩት. And I think that's also one way to go. ካልሆነ ደግሞ you just go really hard on your strength. Then yeah, I think that choice is like at the end of the day it's up to you.
ከዚህ ማይታዊ መጀመሪያ ጀነራላይዝ አድርገን ነገሮች አትሊስት ምን እንዳሉ እንኳን ለማወቅ we have to have a general knowledge ሁሉንም ነካ ማድረግ አለብን then ኢንተረስታችንን አይተን ቢዝነሱም የሚፈልገው እንደዚህ አይነት ሞር ስኪል የሆነ ሰው ስለሆነ አንዱ ላይ በደንብ ፎከስ ማድረግ ማለት ነው ከዛ በኋላ ይበለጠም የሆነ ነገር ላይ የጎደለን ስኪል እንዳለ ስናቅ የበለጠ እየተማርን እያወቅን ብሮድን እያደረግን እንመጣለን ነው ስኪላችንን እሺ thank you
also sorry one thing I do want to add with like the rise of AI and LLMs ምናምን I think you can be more of a generalist and I think you need to be more of a generalist to some extent like I think Duro it would have been fine if you were just a front end developer and you didn't know how to make backend and all you do was integrate APIs but now I think Duro that would have worked I don't think that's going to work now because it's just so much easier to be full stack ስለዚህ you should be capable of like building and launching an app I think at least by yourself even if you're like front end heavy or back end heavy you should be able to do everything at least a little bit because again and እዛ ደረጃ ላይ ከደረሽ በኋላ you're going to want to specialize so you're like generalizing is how you become useful specializing is probably how you become unique or irreplaceable like replace my ደረጉ ሰዎች are probably the specialists so like the reason I said this on is a couple of days ago Natin channel follow የምታደርጉ ከሆነ the designer he just like launched he just built an app and launched it vibe code argo and like his core skill is he's a designer he's like one of the best designers I know now because he has design skill ስላለው he can cover the rest with like AI and AI tools so some kind of like you should be capable of at least using AI weakness to the level where you can like cover your own weaknesses again like the reason he can make the app he can like የሰራውን app የሰራበት ምክንያት is because he's so good with design that he knows exactly what it's supposed to look like so I want to add that you should be capable at least to some extent in the full stack if you're like in the programming world full stack የሆነ app launch like build አድርጋችሁ launch ለማድረግ it's much easier now so it's easier to be a generalist but you should build the whole thing around like a specialized skill እሱ ለመጨመር
okay so አንድ አሁን የተናገርከው ኮት በጣም ደስ ይላል ጀነራሊስት ስትሆኑ ዩዝፉል ትሆናላችሁ እንዴን የሆነ ነገር ላይ ስፔሻላይዝ ስናደርግ ደግሞ ሞር ዩኒክ እንሆናለን ሶ አሁን አንተ እንዳልከው በጣም ChatGPT በጣም ብዙ ኤልኤልኤሞች አሉ በእነሱ በመጠቀም ብዙ ነገር ዲቨሎፕ መደረግ ይችላል በትንሽ ጊዜ ውስጥ ሶ እሱን ፊገር አውት ለማድረግ የሚያስችል ያህል ዕውቀት ቢኖረን ላይክ አሁን አንተ እንዳልከው የሆነን አፕ ላውንች ለማድረግ የሆነን ዌብሳይት ለመስራት የሚያህል ፍሮንት ኢንዱም ባክ ኢንዱም ኦር ዋትኤቨር ኢት ኢዝ ዕውቀቱ ኖሮን ከዛ በኋላ ደግሞ ዩኒክ ለመሆን ፎር የሆነ ቢዝነስ ኦር ፎር የሆነ እኛ ኢንተረስትድ የሆንበት ቦታ ላይ ሞር ስፔሲፋይ ማድረግ እንችላለን ነው እና ደስ የሚል ፐርስፔክቲቭ ነው አሁን ወደ ወርክ እና ከዚህ በፊት የነበረህን ኤክስፒሪየንስ እና ካልተሳሳት ዌልስ ቴክኖሎጂ የሚል አይቼ ነበር ሊንክድኢን ላይ የዛኔ የነበረ ኤክስፒሪየንስ እንዴት ነው ቲፒካል ዳይ እንዴት ይመስል ነበረ እዛ
so work experience I've been working there for almost a year very close to a year and it was a very good experience a typical day would be it was a very small team least in Israel. I think it's still kind of a small team. It was a small team of like, we had one project manager who was also a designer, because ሁለት web developers ነበሩ. There was my boss, direct boss ነበር, and then there were, I think, 2 app developers. Again, project manager also did a little bit of app development sometimes. But it was like 5, I think. And then there was one tester actually from Addis Ababa University, and the tester ነበረች, who did all the manual testing. So I think 6 ነበርን, በአጠቃላይ 6 ነበርን. So it was a very small team. It was very እንዴት ልበልሽ, startup energy ነበር. Like there wasn't የሆነ corporate የሆነ structure ነገር አልነበረውም. So it was like a little bit chaotic. ግን ከመጀመሪያው, if I had to start from the beginning of the day, there was like every day stand-up meeting ነበረ. The whole thing was remote, by the way. Like majority of እዛ የሰራሁበት ጊዜ remote ነው የሰራሁት. So virtual Google Meet ላይ stand-up meeting ነበረ, 30 minutes to an hour sometimes, depending on what we're talking about. ከዛ በኋላ project manager would ask us what got done, እንደዚህ ፕሮጀክቱ ምን ስታተስ ላይ ነው፣ ከዛ ብሎከር አለ ወይ ምናምን። ብቻ the PM's job is to keep us in track, make sure everything's good ምናምን። ከዛ በኋላ stand-up meeting ካለቀ በኋላ I might have tasks for the day, I might not. There are days where I had no tasks to do, just like right, especially around the end. የኔ ስራ more or less አልቆ ነበር, because I was working more web on the admin panel. Yeah, like we were making a mobile app for a client, and I was working on admin panel, the web admin panel. Because one thing is, when you work in like these types of like really small environments, you really have to adapt to the people you're working with. So my boss loved to work ማታ ላይ. So እኔ ማታ ነበረ የምሰራው, because I had to be in sync with him, especially in the beginning. I had to be a lot in sync with him. So I would end up working most of my night, like most of the time ማታ ላይ ብዙ ሰራ ነበረ. Like I would have meetings that were supposed to take 30 minutes, and then they would take 3 hours ምናምን unexpectedly, and like that's kind of how it happened. But it was honestly a lot of fun, because I think, but I learned a lot from that job. Nothing will teach you more than experience. I mean, all the theory in the world does not replace a real life experience, especially around other people who are smarter than you or better than you at what you do. And I think that was the most valuable part of that job, was that ከዛ በፊት ኦንላይን ስለሆነ የተማርኩት ብዙ ኮምፒቲሽንም like direct የሆነ competition አለ. And one of the biggest mistakes and one of the biggest drawbacks of dropping out is you're kind of in isolation. And I think one of the biggest things for anyone who's listening, one of the biggest lessons you can learn is to get around other people, especially if they're better than you, and try to surround yourself with people doing the same thing as you, so you can like grow together. Try to surround yourself with people doing more than you, better than you, people who are smarter than you, because የምትማሩበትን ሰዓት በአንዴ ነው like they have it. Like they completely destroy. Like if it was going to take you a year to learn a lesson, you could maybe learn it of them. And like your learning really, really improves if you get around people better than you. You just try to learn from them. And that's the biggest advantage I had. And yeah, so basically my boss would give me tasks. He would explain, okay, እንደዚህ ነው የምናደርገው, I need you to do this. I would do them. He would check. Sometimes they're good enough, sometimes they're not good enough. So he'd give me notes and I improve. And then that's how we do it. And that's how I've been working for the amount of time I've been working here. And it's a great place to work. I think they're usually always looking for talent, so I would always recommend you work there. Nah, I had a very good experience. I learned a lot, a whole lot, and yeah, that's what it was like. That was my experience.
Okay, nice. አንተ እንደነገርከን ያው your first job ስለሆነ በጣም ብዙ ነገር ሰርተሃል እና ሞስትሊ ከሚስቴካችንም እንማራለን አይደል? ብዙ ጊዜ ፕሮጀክት ላይ ስትሰራ የሚያጋጥሙ ቴክኒካል ዲፊካልቲዎች ኦር ቻሌንጆች ምንድን ነበሩ? ከዛ በኋላ አሁን ላይ ተማርከው?
I made በጣም ብዙ ሚስቴክ ሰርቻለሁ ሲሰራ ግን the good thing is I think I had a really good work environment in terms of like I had a boss who had my back so I mean I've done some really dumb stuff like I've pushed secret keys to GitHub. I've አንድ ጊዜ ዳታቤዝ አፕዴት ለማድረግ ሞክሬ I ended up where clause ስላልጨመርኩኝ you know how you have to add where ID is this or name is this or age is this. I forgot to add that and I ended up making the entire database አንድ ነገር አደረኩት ብቻ ሙሉ ዳታቤዙን አፕዴት አድርጌ አውቃለሁ። I've made some really dumb mistakes. Again, I think most of the mistakes happen because personally one of I think my biggest weaknesses is I don't check my work as much as I should. So ስሰራው ልክ ከመሰለኝ okay I would end up pushing and that would create I think most of the problems I made. So አንድ የተማርኩት ነገር is to like until it's tested it's not done. And I think as a person I try to prioritize speed. So በምን ፍጥነት አለቀ የሚለውን priority ሰጣለሁ ግን it doesn't matter ቶሎ ማለቁ በትክክል ካልተሰራ ትርጉም የለውም right? So one of the biggest lessons I've learned is assume የሆነ ነገር ሰርታችሁ assume until you tested it like assume it doesn't work honestly because it'll probably get you in a way you're not expecting. Like the thing is የሆነ ነገር ኮድ ስታደርጊ ወይ የሆነ ነገር ስትሰሪ you think okay it's going to be used like this ስለዚህ እንደዚህ አደርጋለሁ እንደዚህ አደርጋለሁ ብለሽ አንድ linear ሐሳብ ነው የሚኖርሽ or if you're anything like me at least እንደኔ ሆናችሁ አንድ linear ሐሳብ ነው የሚኖራችሁ እንደዚህ ይሆናል ግን the thing about software is there's always edge cases. So you have to think okay how አንዴ የሆነ ነገር ከሰራሽ በኋላ አንዴ ሞከረሽው you can't be like okay it works so I'm just going to leave it alone. When you test your software you have to think how can I break this like በተቻለሽ መጠን እንዲሰራ ሳይሆን ቴስት የምታደርጊው ይሰራል ወይ ብለሽ ሳይሆን okay እንዴት ነው እንዳይሰራ ላደርገው የምችለው. That's how you should be testing your software is how do I break this and then you always find a way to break it usually. Especially if it's the first version okay እንደዚህ አላሰብኩም ብለሽ you end up finding a whole bunch of mistakes that you wouldn't have found ዝም ብለሽ ሞክረሽ ይሰራል ብለሽ push ብታረጊው ነው. So my biggest lesson I think is my biggest lesson ከስተቶች የተማርኩት ትልቁ lesson is ቴስት ስታረጊ ይሰራል ወይ ሳይሆን እንዴት ነው የምሰራው እንዴት ነው ብሬክ ማድረገው ብለሽ ነው ቴስት ማድረግ ያለብሽ. That's probably the biggest lesson I learned.
አሁን የተነገርከው ነገር ላይ ነገሮችን ቶሎ መጨረስ ፕሮጀክትም ይሁን ኮርስም ይሁን ኤኒቲንግ ነገሮች ቶሎ ፕሮግረስ እንዲያሳዩ እንፈልጋለን አብዛኞቻችን አሁን አንተ እንዳልከው እና እሱን እንዴት ነው ማሻሻል የምንችለው? በግዴታ በፕሮጀክት ብቻ ሳይሆን ኮርስም ስንማር ሊሆን ይችላል የሆነ ስኪል ዲቨሎፕ ስናደርግ ሊሆን ይችላል ኦር ደግሞ አንተ እንደሆንከውም በፕሮጀክት ሊሆን ይችላል። እሱን እንዴት ነው አሁን አንተ ያልከውን አፕሮች እንዴት ነው ላይሰራ የሚችለው እሱን ቴስት ማድረግ ለእንደዚህ አይነት ነገሮች ኢምፔሸንት የሆን ይመስለኛል አብዛኞቻችን እና እሱን ስኪል እንዴት ዲቨሎፕ ማድረግ የምንችል ይመስላል?
So I think አንዳንድ ነገሮችን የሆነ እስኪጎዳሽ ድረስ አትማሪው ናተሳንት deep ብቻ ግን some things you have to learn the hard way ግን if you want to learn the easy way I would say obviously like I think ቶሎ እንዲያልቅ መፈለግ ስተት አይመስለኝም እሱ ጋር አይመስለኝም ስተት ማለት I think ቶሎ ልጨርስ ቶሎ እንት ማድረግ አለብኝ ማለት I actually think it's a good thing speed is important one way or another and ሁለት ፕሮዳክቶች like if they're competing ሁለት ፕሮዳክት on your app idea or የሆነ ነገር launch ለማድረግ ከፈለግሽ there is an advantage to launching fast right so like there's an advantage that comes with being fast and being like speed and achieve ለማድረግ መሞከር I think is a good thing the thing is ከፍጥነት በላይ ልክ መሆንን prioritize የማድረግ ልማድ ውስጥ like መግባት አለብን as engineers in general is it fast and is it right and like you kind of always like you can't avoid mistakes and errors completely so mistake and error avoid ለማድረግ speed and መፍራትም የለብሽም በአንድ በኩል right because you have to be like okay perfect በሌላ side of the problem any programmer has probably experienced this or who will experience it at some point is okay perfect መሆን አለበት launch ከማድረግ በፊት ቲና you end up finding issues ምናምን fix ለማድረግ every time you look at it በተለያየ ቀን ስታዩ okay ይሄ ነገር ማስተካከል አለበት ስለዚህ on one hand you should be like speedን መፍራት የለብሽም ግን in order to avoid stupid mistakes in order to avoid things that might look unprofessional or wrong like if it doesn't do what it's supposed to do then there's no point ቶሎ መጨረስሽ point የለውም ማድረግ ያለበትን ነገር ማድረግ ከሆነ ሶፍትዌሩም ቢሆን like ኮርሱም ቢሆን like በአንድ ቀን ጨርሰሽ if you don't get anything out of the course there's no point so like prioritize doing it right and then priority number 2 should be speed right so like do it right do it fast again if you have to do it slow to do it right እሱን prioritize ማድረግሽ በትክክል መስራቱን በትክክል ማለቁን ማግኘት የፈለግሽውን ማግኘትሽን prioritize ማድረግሽ is also a huge advantage because everyone's in a hurry right ሁሉም ሰው የሆነ ቦታ ለመድረስ የሆነ ነገር ለማድረግ ችኮላ ላይ ስለሆነ the fact that you're taking your time and doing things right is an advantage like competitive advantage and it will give you the edge over other people because no one in a world where like everyone's rushing to get it out you're like to get it done you're doing it right and like again this is another way stand out on the but is okay like internal standard ይኖርሻል ለራስሽ like ለራስሽ ተሽው okay if I had all the time in the world if there was no rush what would I fix right so you look at whatever you're doing whether it's a course whether it's something you're building whether it's something you're trying to do you look at it and you're like okay if I had all the time in the world what are all the things I would fix right okay ሄል ካደለም ለዚህ ይሄን ጊዜ መስጠት አለብኝ like I would take my time with this I would fix this I would fix this you'd say all of those things and then I would say in order not to lose speed you would try to do all the things you're supposed to do as fast as humanly possible right so like okay እነዚህ ሁሉ ነገሮች መደረግ አለባቸው ከማለቁ በፊት and እንደዛ ብለሽ ከወሰንሽ በኋላ you try to do them as fast as possible በተቻለ ፍጥነት መደረግ ያለበትን ነገር ሁሉ ለማድረግ ትሞክሪያለሽ and yeah honestly internal standard follow ማድረግ አለብሽ to some extent ራስሽ decide የምታደርጊው ነገር ነው like ready ነው ready አይደለም በቂ ጊዜ ሰጥቻለሁ አይደለም የሚለው ራስሽ I think በጊዜ develop የምታሻሽው ክህሎት ነው እሱ ራሱ መረዳት ኦኬ ይሄ ዝግጁ ነው ላንች ለማድረግ በቂ ነገር አግኝቻለሁ ከዚህ ኮርስ ነው የሚለው ነገር you learn as you go so to some extent በጊዜም የሚዳብር ነገር ነው ግን I would say prioritize በትክክል ተሰርቷል የሚለውን ፕራዮሪታይዝ ማድረግ ነው። ከዛ በኋላ ግን the second thing is always going to be people. So I would say the fact ቶሎ መጨረስ መፈለግ በራሱ ስህተት አይደለም፣ ግን quality sacrifice ስታደርጊ is then it becomes a problem.
So like it is a balancing act ማለት ነው። ኳሊቲውንም ቼክ ማድረግ and also ስፒዳችንም እንዳለ መሆን። ቅድም እንዳልከው ደግሞ ሚስቴክን አቮይድ የምናደርገው ነገር አይደለም። whether it is ፕሮጀክት ላይ or በግላችን የምንሰራው or ደግሞ ኮርስም ቢሆን ሚስቴክን አቮይድ ማድረግ አንችልም፣ ግን የትኛው ቦታ ላይ ሪስክ መውሰድ እችላለሁ፣ የትኛው ነገር ላይ as much as possible ሚስቴክን አቮይድ ማድረግ አለብኝ የሚለው ራሱ የተማርነው የምንመጣው ነገር ነው ማለት ነው as we go far in our professionalism ምናምን ማለት ነው። and ሌላ ጥያቄ ደግሞ አሁን የተማርከውን ቴክኒካል ምን ያህል መጀመሪያ በመግባት ምን ያህል ነገሮችን እንዳሻሻልክና ምን አይነት ቻሌንጆች እንደነበሩ አይተናል። አሁን ደግሞ የምጠይቅ ነን ቴክኒካል የሆኑ ስኪሎች ላይክ ኮሚኒኬሽን ስኪል፣ ከሰዎች ጋር እንዴት ነው ፕሮጀክትን የምሰራው ምናምን የሚሉትን ነገሮች ከገባህ በኋላ ስራ ላይ እንዴት አየኸው እና ምንስ ተማርክ?
In terms of non-technical skills, I think ትልቁ የተማርኩት ነገር ቢኖር especially እንደ ጀማሪ you have to አላቅም ለማለት በጣም ፈቃደኛ መሆን አለብሽ። so I think ያው ሁሉም ሰው ያጠፋዋል because አላ የሆነ ነገር ስትጠየቂ especially አጠያየቁም ይወስናል። like እንደዚህ ያለ አይደለ እንደዚህ ያርክ ምናምን like from ካለቃሽ ወይም አብረሽ ከምትሰሪ ሰው እንደዚህ ያለ አይደለ እንደዚህ አርጉ ይሄን ተጠቅመ ይሄን አርክ ምናምን ስትባይ የምትጠይቂበት መንገድ feels like okay ይሄ ነገር ማወቅ ነበረብኝ ስለዚህ እንደማላቅ ማሳወቅ የለብኝም ብለሽ አስበሽ አንዳንዴ አለማወቅሽን ለመደበቅ ትሞክራለሽ። like እኔ ሞክር ነበር እንደዛ አረግ ነበር፣ ግን ላንቺም አብሮሽ ለሚሰራም ሰው like ጊዜ የምትቆጥቢው is ምንድነው ይሄ እንዴት ነው የሚደረገው ምናምን like እያልሽ መጠየቅ አለብሽ። ምክንያቱም ማንንም አይጠቅምም አይደለ አለማወቅሽን አለማሳወቅሽ አንቺም እንዳትማሪ ያደርግሻል፣ ወይም ቶሎ የምትማሪውን ቀስ ብለሽ እንድትማሪ ያደርግሻል። ከዛ አንዳንዴ ደግሞ ፊገራት ማድረግ ካልቻልሽ ሁሉንም ሰው ወደ ኋላ ታስቀራለሽ አብረሽ የምትሰሪው ሰው። so I think it takes a lot of humility ይሄ ነገር አላቅም ለማለት it takes a lot of humility. So in terms of non-technical እውቀት or skill, it would be learn how to say I don't know how to do this and then try to be open to always like okay ይሄን እንዴት ነው ማድረግ even like when the questions are dumb and like they're kind of embarrassing. I think that's when you need to ask the questions ሲጀመር is because okay I'm supposed to know I didn't, my bad, እንዴት ነው ማውቀው ይሄን እንዴት ነው ማድረገው ምናምን። ከዛ ሌላ ደግሞ another non-technical skill I think you need በሌላ ሳይድ ደግሞ is the ability to market yourself. It's like ስለሰራሹ ነገር ምናምን የማውራት ችሎታም ያስፈልግሻል። I think larger scale ስታስቢው like immediately ስራ ካገኘሽ በኋላ especially በስራ ላይ ላያስፈልግሽ ይችላል፣ ግን in terms of like የተሻለ እድሎችን ማግኘት ወይም ደግሞ እንደዚህ ክላይንት ምናምን ማግኘት የምትፈልጊ ከሆነ like የሰራችሽን ስራ አንደኛ publicly I think you should put them out እንደዚህ ሰርቻለሁ እንደዚህ አድርጌያለሁ I made this, guys check it out, what do you think ምናምን and then you need the ability to like go out and tell people okay እንደዚህ አድርጌያለሁ እንደዚህ እችላለሁ እንደዚህ ምናምን። ስለዚህ በሁለቱም ሳይድ ኬፓብል መሆን አለብሽ። ማታውቂው ቦታ ጋር አላውቅም ማለት አለብሽ፣ የምታውቂው ቦታ ጋር okay I can do this ብለሽ you should be able to ራስሽን መሸጥ መቻል አለብሽ። I think
አንደኛ አንተ ጋር ራስን ማናውቀው ነገር ላይ ለርነር ነገሮች ማናውቃቸው ነገሮች ዲጂታል ወርልድ ላይ ይኖራሉ እና ነገሮች ኦፕን ሆነው ለማድረግ እንደሱ ሁለተኛ ደግሞ ራስን በጣም ማድረግ የምችለውን ነገር ኦር የሰራነው ነገር በደንብ በጣም ጥሩ ነው። ከዛ በኋላ እንውጣና ቴክኖሎጂ አይደል ከወጣ በኋላ አሁን ላይ ነው እየሰራህ ያለኸው?
So right now አሁን ምንድን ነው የሰራለው ያልሽኝ አይደል? So right now I quit my job. I'm trying to start a business which is basically around like, it's still software, but it's more of an agency framework ነገር ነው, where instead of working for a company, I'm gonna try to get my own clients, and then I'm gonna try basically build software for them. And what I'm basically trying to do is I'm trying to cut out the employer and just try to go to the clients directly, because I think once you get a certain amount of experience, it's a better way to do work, like freelancer or like on an agency format. I think it's a better way to work in general. Then you need some kind of like, you need to be able to communicate to the client, you need to be able to understand, okay, this is what he wants, this is how I'm going to make it for him. So it takes some time, and I don't honestly think I know exactly what I'm doing. I think because like I'm kind of like learning as I'm doing it. Again, it's very early stages, and I'm trying to, okay, እንዴት ነው ራሴን ማርኬት ማድረገው? እንዴት ነው clients attract ማድረገው? How do I find clients? Can I build what they need me to build? ምናምን የሚለው stage ላይ I'm trying to figure all of that out. I'm trying to make content around what I do, what I can do, and yeah, that's basically what I'm working on right now.
Okay. አሁን ወደ ፈንዶች እና ከነን ቴክኒካል የሆነው ፓርት እንግባና ሊንክዲን ላይ ሳይ ፖስቶችህ በደንብ ትጽፋለህ፣ ነገሮችን ክራፍት አድርገህ የመጻፍ ችሎታ አለህና እሱ እንደ ሆቢ ነው ኦር እንዴት ነው ያዳበርከው?
I honestly don't know. I think maybe kadrom isif nabar. I guess it's honestly kind of yehona intuitively mimeta ነገር ከየት እንዳመጣሁት I couldn't tell you. And I kind of try to yehona, if I make a post or something, I try to make it in a way, yehona, how do I make this interesting? How do I capture like what am I actually trying to say? Who am I saying it to? Like thinking about it from the reader's perspective, I guess it's more intuitive than that. አስቤ ማድረገው ነገር ስላልሆነ አላ it's hard እንደዚህ አድርጌ ነው እንደዚህ ማድረገው ማለት ይከብዳል። ግን when I write, I basically try to write የሆነ ትንሽ በጣም I try not to be lighthearted. I try to be የሆነ authentic ነገር የሆነ እንደተሰማኝ ነገር ነው የምለው። ግን I try not to be completely በጣም ኢንፎርማል ላለመሆን እሞክራለሁ because አንቺ ያስቃል ብለሽ የምትጽፊው ነገር might offend someone, it might not transfer the same way ምናምን። so ከሱ ውጪ I try to be informal ነገር, which is like it's not LinkedIn ላይ ብዙ ሰው ፖስት ሲያደርግ እንደዛ አይደለም ፖስት ያደርጋል። like you can, if you ask anyone around me, I'm like, I hate how people post on LinkedIn. And I think the reason I post LinkedIn line does post to is because I just hate how other people post, honestly. It just sounds the same and formal. So I just try to write it in a way that feels more human, I guess. So Like it's like I guess የምታውቂውን ሰው እንደምታወሪው አይነት አድርገሽ ትጽፊያለሽ and then you try not to be በጣም informal and offensive ከዛ ግን ለምታውቂው ሰው እንደምታወሪው አድርገሽ መጻፍ is I think baseline ግለጸው ብትኝ is okay ለማውቀው ሰው እንዴት ነው የምጽፈው like as if I'm talking to another human ነገር አድርገሽ ከጻፍሽ I think it kind of ends up coming out like that እንደዛ ነገር
ሳየው በጣም ኢንተረስቲንግ ስለሆነብኝ ነው አንተ እንዳልከው ሊንክድኢን ላይ የሚደረጉ ፖስቶች they are more ተመሳሳይ ነገር ናቸው ያው ተመሳሳይ ቱልም ተጠቅመን ስለሆነ ፖስት የምናደርገው እና ያንተ የሆነ ለየት ያለ ስትራክቸሩም ለየት ያለ በደንብ for someone አሁን አንተ እንዳልከው እንደምታወራ አድርገህ ነው እና ፖስት የምታደርገው it's so interesting ሌላ ደግሞ ሆቢ ምንድነው for fun የምታደርገው ሌላ ያየሁት ነገር ስፓኒሽ አረቢክ ምናምን በሚዲየም ፍሉዌንሲ እንደምትችል ነውና እነሱ ሆቢዎች ውስጥ ናቸው ወይ or ደግሞ ሌላ ሆቢ ታይምህን ፓስ የምታደርግበት ነገር ካለ
like profile ላይ እንዳለ ራሱ አላውቅም ነበር ስፓኒሽ እና አረቢክ ምናምን it's been like I used to try to learn languages ያው እንደማንኛውም kid my age Duolingo ላይ ምናምን I used to try to learn Spanish and stuff but Spanish ትንሽ ሄጄ ነበር ግን I wouldn't even say I'm medium fluency ላይ ነኝ that's all like I can say a few words Arabic I used to be able to speak Egyptian Arabics and that's just from watching cartoons ምናምን ድሮ ልጅ እያለሁ ካርቱን ኔትወርክ ምናምን አረብኛ ስለነበር አረብኛ ለምጄ ነበር የሆነ ጊዜም አወራ ነበር አሁን honestly ጠፍቶብኛል ትንሽ ብሰማ ነው አውራ ብትኝ አሁን I couldn't አንድ ቃል አስላራለች ግን as a hobby I like to play basketball everyone saw like basketball በጣም ጮት ነበር high school ምናምን ያለው ስለዚህ አሁንም በየጊዜው ጮታለሁ ምናምን ከዛ ግን I pretty much stare at my monitor all day. Not gonna lie to you, it's not very fun. Again, because I like basketball. Every once in a while, you know basketball. And I don't really have ብዙ hobbies.
እሺ favorite programming language ምንድነው and why? short answers ነው አሁን መጠየቅ
TypeScript. No question. TypeScript.
Lemon
because it's much better than JavaScript and you can build full stack with it. If you're on the web, there is no reason why you shouldn't use TypeScript. It's just by far the best programming language for it. Because the amount of tools that exist like TypeScript like TypeSafe namyonu tools especially is just like if you're a web developer and if you're not using TypeScript I think you're making a big mistake.
እሺ አሁን ለምሳሌ ሆነ ፕሮዳክቲቭ ልትሆን ነው ከዛ በፊት ቡና ብትጠጣ ሻይ ብትጠጣ or energy drink ውሃም ይቻላል ከአራቱ ምረጥ ብትባል ምን ትመርጣለህ?
I would go Buna over energy drink because I have water. Again, I don't drink water to be productive. Like if I'm really trying to be productive, Buna no like I have a very interesting relationship with coffee. Like I'm not addicted. Just to be clear, again. Like I need my coffee.
እሺ የመጨረሻው ኩዌሽን የሚሆነው አንድ or movie ለሰው ሪኮመንድ ብታረግ ምን ይሆናል?
movie
or
and movie
resource movie or bookም ሊሆን ይችላል አርቲክልም ሊሆን ይችላል ዶክመንታሪ or ማንኛውም ሪሶርስ ለሰው ሪኮመንድ ብታረግ ምን ይሆናል?
I really like the Rocky movies. So ሮኪ ፊልሞችን ካያችሁት በጣም የድሮ ሙቪ ከ1975 ምናምን የተሰራ ፊልም ነው። ግን I really like that. I'm also a big fan of the Fight Club, and yeah, I think the Fight Club is probably my favorite movie. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch. You need to watch the Fight Club.
ቢኖኒ በጣም እናመሰግናለን። ደስ የሚል ኢንሳይት ነው ያረክልን። ጥያቄ ካላችሁ ከተመልካቾቻችን ጥያቄ ሬዝ ማድረግ ትችላላችሁ። ኦኬ እሺ፣ ጥያቄ ከሌለ ካንተ ቀረ የምትለው ነገር ካለ እሱን በለንና እንጨርሳለን።
Yeah, I think your biggest advantage is like selling yourself. So I wanna hit hard on that. I think you need to be able, like, I think you should learn how to, like, you should learn how to attract attention. And that makes sense. Like, how to get people to look at your products. And depending on your goals, I think if you want to be anything like a programmer, I think you should build a lot. And I think you should build in public, even when nobody's looking at what you're making, even when you get like, hate comments or whatever. I think you need to find a way publicly build Ramarik, because you learn and you make a cool project maybe, and you also, like, you get amazing opportunities just from like telling people what you're doing, I think. And now I think you should, in addition to whatever technical skill you're learning, I think if you master the art of like creating opportunity for yourself by attracting attention, I think that's a very, very valuable skill. But I'm underrated on a skill would be, okay, how do I attract attention? How do I like monetize that attention? Milo concept is, I think, a very, very underrated skill. So sell yourself, talk about your projects, build in public, make posts. Social media is a very, very underused tool. That's where all the attention is, and attention in this age, I think, equals money. Especially like if you want to do anything like outside of your immediate circle. Like, social media is how you reach everyone in the world, potentially reach everyone in the world. So figuring out how to do that properly is underrated on a skill. If you're in the tech industry, I just want to let you know I don't think it's as scary as people say. Like, I had the opportunity to try and find a replacement for myself, to hire someone, and I made a post and people applied, and like a lot of people, portfolio website wasn't like properly built. The projects, they didn't have deployed projects, they just had code to GitHub, like, the competition is not as fierce as you think it is. Like, you can make it. You just, hey, obviously that you should do because they just don't seem that important. Do those things and you will stand out in the market. You can always stand out by doing the things nobody else is willing to do. Like the simple, very, very simple things people don't care about. And like, if you actually try, I think the market is still very open. The market, like, there's still a very big need for like capable software engineers or information scientists. So don't be discouraged. Do what you know you're supposed to do and tell people about what you can do. And I think you'll be okay. That's all I have. Thank you for this session. I enjoyed it.
ኦኬ፣ እኛም በጣም እናመሰግናለን። ሁላችሁም የቻናላችን ተከታታዮች ቤኖኒ በጣም እናመሰግናለን for your insight for your time በጣም ደስ የሚል ፖድካስት ነበር እና ቻናላችንን ሰብስክራይብ ማድረጋችሁን የቲክቶክ ቻናላችንን ሰብስክራይብ ማድረጋችሁን እንዳትረሱ ሪካርዲንጉ እዛ ላይ ይኖራል ቀጣይ ሳምንት በሌላ እንግዳ እስክንገናኝ ደህና ቆዩ ደህና ደሩ ሁላችሁም